Hi students, I am Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture, we are discussing the input as well as the output characteristic of a common base configuration. So as we mentioned in the previous lecture, in common base configuration, the emitter terminal is the input terminal, the collector terminal is the output terminal, and the base terminal is connected as common terminal for both input and output. And this CB configuration, that is common base configuration, is not commonly used in a circuit. And now we are going to discuss the input characteristic as well as the output characteristic of this configuration. So when it comes to the input characteristic describes the relationship between the input current, that is IE, and the input voltage VBE. Firstly, draw a vertical line and a horizontal line. The vertical line represents the y-axis and the horizontal line represents the x-axis. The input current or emitter current IE is taken along the y-axis, that is a vertical line, and the input voltage VBE is taken along the x-axis, that is a horizontal line. To determine the input characteristics, the output voltage VCB, that is collector base voltage, is kept constant at 0 volt and the input voltage VBE is increased from 0 volt to different voltage levels. For each voltage level of the input voltage VBE, the input current IE is recorded. A curve is then drawn between the input current IE and input voltage VBE at constant output voltage VCB as 0 volt. Nextly, the output voltage, that is VCB, is increased from 0 volt to a certain voltage level, let us assume it as 8 volt, and kept constant at 8 volt. While increasing the output voltage VCB, the input voltage, that is VBE, is kept constant at 0 volt. After we kept the output voltage VCB constant at 8 volt, the input voltage VBE is increased from 0 volt to different voltage levels. For each voltage level, the input voltage VBE and input current IE is recorded and we are plotting it on a graph. A curve is then drawn between the input current IE and input voltage VBE at constant output voltage with VCB as 8 volt. This is repeated for higher fixed values of the output voltage VCB. When the output voltage VCB is at 0 volt, the emitter base junction, that is JE, is forward biased by input voltage VBE, and the emitter base junction act as a normal PN junction diode. So the input characteristics are same as the forward characteristic of a normal PN junction diode. The cut-in voltage of a silicon transistor is 0.7 volt and germanium transistor is 0.3 volt. In our case, it is a silicon transistor. So from this graph, we can see that after 0.7 volt, a small increase in the input voltage VBE will rapidly increase the input current IE. When the output voltage, that is VCB, is increased from 0 volt to a certain voltage level, let us assume it as 8 volt, the emitter current flow will be increased, which in turn reduces the depletion region width at emitter base junction. As a result, the cut-in voltage will be reduced. Therefore, the curve is shifted towards the left side of the higher value of output voltage VCB. So dear students, these are the input characteristics of a CB, that is common base configuration. When it comes to the output characteristic describes the relationship between the output current and output voltage, that is the relation between IC and VCB. Firstly, draw the vertical line and a horizontal line. The vertical line represents the y-axis and the horizontal line represents the x-axis. The output current or collector current, that is IC, is taken along the y-axis, that is a vertical line, and the output voltage VCB is taken along the x-axis, that is a horizontal line. To determine the output characteristic, the input current or emitter current IE is kept constant at 0 milliamperes and the output voltage, that is VCB, is increased from 0 volt to different voltage level. For each voltage level of the output voltage VCB, the output current is recorded. A curve is then drawn between the output current IC and output voltage VCB at constant input current, that is IE is equal to 0 milliamperes. When the emitter current or input current IE is equal to 0 milliampere, the transistor operates in the cutoff region. Nextly, the input current IE is increased from 0 milliampere to 1 milliampere by adjusting the input voltage VBE, and the input current IE is kept constant at 1 milliampere. While increasing the input current IE, the output voltage VCB is kept constant. After we kept the input current IE constant at 1 milliampere, the output voltage VCB is increased from 0 volt to different voltage level. For each voltage level, the output voltage VCB and the output current IC is recorded. A curve is then drawn between the output current IC and output voltage VCB at constant input current IE with 1 milliampere. This region is known as active region of the transistor. This is repeated for higher fixed value of input current IE, that is 2 milliampere, 3 milliampere, 4 milliampere and so on. From this characteristic, we can see that for a constant input current IE, when the output voltage VCB is increased, the output current IC remains constant. At saturation region, both the emitter base junction, that is JE, and collector base junction JC are forward biased. From this graph, we can see that a sudden increase in the collector current when the output voltage VCB makes the collector base junction JC in forward biased condition. So when it comes to the different transistor parameters, the first parameter is the dynamic input resistance, which is represented as Ri. The dynamic input resistance is defined as a ratio of change in input voltage or emitter voltage to corresponding change in input current or emitter current, with the output voltage or collector voltage kept as a constant. That is, Ri is equal to delta VBE by delta IE, with VCB is kept as constant. The input resistance of the common base amplifier is very low. So now when it comes to the second term, that is a dynamic output resistance, which is represented as RO. The dynamic output resistance is defined as the ratio of change in output voltage to the corresponding change in the output current, where the input current is kept as constant. That is, RO is equal to delta VCB by delta IC with IE as constant. The output resistance of the common base amplifier is very high. The third factor is the current gain, which is represented as alpha. The current gain of the transistor in CB configuration is defined as the ratio of the output current, that is the collector current, to the input current or emitter current. That is, alpha is equal to IC by IE. The current gain of the transistor in CB configuration is less than a unit value, and the typical current gain of a common base amplifier is 0.98. So my dear students, these are the input characteristic, output characteristic and different factors affecting the common base configuration of a transistor. So my dear students, hope you had understood this topic. So when it comes to a common base configuration, as we mentioned, this CB configuration is not commonly used one, and the current gain alpha of a CB is represented as the ratio between the output current and the input current, and which is equal to alpha is equal to IC by IE. So dear students, hope you had understood this topic. So my dear students, kindly go through the assignment question. Our question is, write detailed notes on input characteristic, output characteristic, and different parameters of a common base configuration. So my dear students, in the upcoming lecture, we will discuss the common emitter configuration, that is CE configuration of a transistor. So dear students, see you soon. Until then, goodbye, thank you, and all the best.